up? How you doing? Watched King Richard last night. Black man was very upset about that whole mess in Wisconsin, that crap. So I said I'm gonna divert my attention to watching a movie. Had some issue with HBO. I got the subscription. They was tripping. Had to call them turkeys up. Our brother was not in a good mood, and they need to get on their game. Xfinity, all that. They need to step their game up. But anyway, once they got that resolved, and I let it be known, I'm not the repairman. I don't work for you. You take my money. You should hook it up properly. I don't have to push no buttons. But anyway, we got that resolved. So let's get to the thing. I like Will Smith. Ain't really loved a lot of you do, but I respected his career. I don't talk about no artists' personal because that's their business, but they put their business out there, and Will has looked like he's headed towards the Simp Hall of Fame on the personal level. On the career level, he has one of those careers that you would want. I mean, think about it. A successful music career, successful TV career, behind the scenes successful, and of course a movie career. So he been the trifecta. But his movies, I liked his movies. Some of his movies I like a lot. You know, um, following some of his stories were good that I like. There was a few, but then there's some movies that have been garbage. So it just depends. I liked it more of his movies mid-period when he was doing pieces and thoughts and reflections. Then he kind of tried to do some adventures and stuff that was whack. And I kind of ain't really felt his movies in about a decade. But then last night, King Richard, even though Delroy Lindos, who was in Malcolm X, West Archie, Jamaica West Archie, the numbers in Malcolm X, and I thought he looked more like Richard Williams, LeBron James, and there's a few other actors who look more like Richard Williams than Will Smith. But I'm gonna say this: I dug this one. This is about the best Will Smith performance I've seen in so long that it's got to be one of his top 2 or 3. And this was way better than when he did Ali. I thought he was corny and boring, and he just was lighting the cakes. It didn't translate. He had the look, but he just was missing the tone. But now he looks like a seasoned actor. He really stepped his game up in this movie. And it's a great story about a black father who wants the best for his daughters, especially in Compton. And let me tell you, Compton was foul for how they treated him. This makes Straight Outta Compton look almost like an after-school special with the way they did him until they eventually came around. But them turkeys there was tripping. But see, when you black, you go through that too. Self-loathing and hate, and you got to deal with the community beating you up, physically, verbally, and other. That's another day, another time. Because, everything black in the neighborhood ain't all good, especially when people don't respect you. And envy and jealousy and insecurity is real. Just because you're trying to do something right. And they're going to accuse you being white or selling out or something. But anyway, I liked his drive. He had an unorthodox tactic that worked. The message is, don't get caught grandstanding. Don't let your ego get the best of you. Respect your opponent. Respect yourself. Be aware. Fundamentals. And the message is that what he told. He said, Venus is going to be great. She's going to be number one. She's going to be successful. But he told Serena, you're going to be the GOAT. You're going to be the baddest to ever do it. Very prophetic, but Father Instinct, he knew. And he knew how to play them white boys and beat them at their own game. Pre-LeVar Ball, with Ball and with his sons Lonzo and all them in the NBA, and you think that was something? This here was a precursor to that. This was like Joe Jackson meets LeVar Ball, but it takes it to he's the one who opened up the corporate gates. Especially in a white, racist, institutionalized sport like tennis, where they looked at black folks like the only thing black they would ever see on the court might be some shoes. Okay? So for him to do what he did and to drive and to be successful and to run that like that, you got to tip your hat 3 times. Because their journey is even more impressive than Tiger Woods, which was a big deal for a brother to go in there and to dominate like he did and be successful. But this here was on some whole, because tennis is real stiffy and white. Real stiffy. And expensive too. So it was a strong movie. Strong black father representation. And it is definitely needed. And I think this is one of his best performances ever. And I enjoyed the cast. And it definitely hits home in so many ways. A lot of messages. Please give me your thoughts and takes about King Richard, the story of Richard Williams, the father of Venus and Serena Williams, and the whole family. An incredible story. And some things weren't said in there, but if you follow the Williams family, you definitely can relate to the story. Please hit like that, subscribe, welcome thoughts and comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. And the story of the black father and his children is an important story that America don't tell near enough. So I give Will Smith dap on that. And this was a must-see movie. If you ain't checked it out, if you got HBO Max, watch it. If you want to risk and go to the movies, do that. But this is a must-see movie. I'm out.